In this lesson, we're going to take a look at how Firefox and its DOM inspector help you learn more about the DOM and keep track of what's going on behind the scenes. If you're following along, we're looking at localhost AJAX chapter 02/02/script.html, and we go to Tools, and we pull down to DOM Inspector, which will bring up the DOM Inspector for this web page. When the DOM Inspector first comes up, you'll see that on the left-hand side it's got Document DOM Nodes, and on the right-hand side it's got Object DOM Node. So it's taking a look at the document, and then for any given object in that document, it'll tell us something about it. So what we do is we click over here on the left and take a look at the various objects. This is the entire HTML page itself. Open that up. You can see it's got a head and a body. If we open up the body, you can see there's an H1, a table, and a paragraph. Open the paragraph, and here's our link at the bottom. One of the nice features about the Firefox DOM Inspector is if, for instance, you click here on the P, you'll notice over here that the paragraph itself flashes several times so that you can see precisely where it is you're looking at. So if you want to know where things are in the syntax that I used earlier, you can follow along here. Every time it goes down one level, it's the equivalent of that dot I was using before, which is what JavaScript uses. So you've got document and the table. You've got the table and its rows. Here's rows, and here's the cells in the row. Now, if we want to know a little bit more about it, we can go over here and change from looking at the DOM node to the pull down and take a look at the JavaScript object. This will tell us more about the cell that we've selected on the left. And here's our subject. It's an HTML table cell element. If we open this up, we'll be able to see all kinds of things. For instance, node name is a TD. That's because it's a table cell. The current value of it inside the inner HTML is the number 13. And you can scroll down and see all kinds of things. For instance, it has an alignment of left, vertical alignment of middle. But the most important thing that you're going to care about is here, where it has an ID of square 0. And you can also see that here as part of the DOM. That's how you're going to be referring to it within your JavaScript code. You'll probably want to spend some time looking around through this because there's a great deal of information here that you'll be able to see once you start needing to find your way around. Another good example of what you can do with this is this pull down here. You can do things like, say, find nodes. Let's say I have a node, which I know I have, with an ID of square 20. So I can put this in. Let's say I have no idea where on the screen this might be or where in the DOM it might be. And I say find, and it opened up this row, it opened up this cell, took me right there. If you notice, it flashed over on the screen to show me which one it was, and then it put the JavaScript object over on the right so that I can go and examine it. So that lets me know not just where it is on the page, but where it is in the DOM as well, just by doing a find. Now that we know something about the DOM, we're going to see how to use JavaScript to examine and manipulate the DOM.